Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So today I want to talk about that new video from Lexus called From the Ground Up, or the Ethos. What it's about is the brand new 2024 Lexus GX550 Overtrail. And having seen a lot of the behind the scenes actions and efforts that went into developing this off-road segment vehicle at Lexus, I can confidently tell you that this is going to be a smashing success within the United States. Not to say that the previous GXs of the past haven't been. They've always been pretty dang successful, and for good reason. You know, the Japanese take tremendous pride in building their Land Cruiser based vehicles, right? The Prado, the 300 series, the 200 series before that. They always have taken great pride in building them, and this is no different. In fact, I would argue that this GX550 here took even more time to really perfect the development and make it the perfect package, mainly for Americans and their target audience, I would argue. And I'll talk about why I believe that they truly tailored this GX550, especially the Overtrail, to the United States market. So in this video, I'll talk through 5 reasons why I believe that it is going to be a huge success within the United States market. So for starters, what was this? This GX550 was a huge undertaking, right? So we had the GX460 before that. This truly was the first ground up redesign in 14 years. So from the ground up, they totally redesigned this entire vehicle. So it took a ton of effort, ton of research and development, a ton of homework really to hone in and make the perfect off-road and on-road package. And I think they truly have succeeded in doing that. Their motto throughout the production of this GX550 I thought was pretty cool. So as I kind of talk through the video here, their motto throughout the entire development was never give up. Never give up. No compromise. And I love that. Can you imagine an American or a domestic vehicle manufacturer having that as their motto when they're building a new vehicle? Never give up, no compromise, right? I think a lot of American or domestic vehicle manufacturers would maybe tout that as a talking point, but to truly epitomize that and back it up with their actions, that's a different story. For instance, the GX550 here, because they were so invested in making this the perfect platform, they actually redesigned the entire platform midway through, just to make sure that they can bolster the rigidity of the vehicle, to maximize that rigidity of the vehicle. They restarted halfway through it, and that prolonged the entire process a whole nother year. And when we're talking manufacturer speak, that prolonged the process and really cut into their bottom line tremendously. That cost a ton of money to prolong something like that. But they wanted to put out a product that they could stand behind with full confidence and take tremendous pride in. And I think that is a huge difference between the Japanese manufacturers and a lot of, unfortunately, even as a proud American and domestic manufacturers, right? There's a whole lot of pride in their products, especially when it comes to the LC300, the Land Cruiser, the LC250, the Prado, and the new Toyota Land Cruiser platform. I think they do take a tremendous amount of pride in building these and building them right and building them to last, right? So they've always had that amazing reputation throughout the years. Next, I'll talk through just functionality above all. And when you look at the design of this vehicle in and out, you can tell they really put functionality over everything. And I love that. Even just when you look at the windows, right? So tremendous visibility all throughout. It really is like you're in a fishbowl. And honestly, that is kind of a staple of the Land Cruiser in general. Being able to just look out any window and have maximum visibility as you're driving, which really provides you that commanding presence of the road when you're driving on or off road. And then being able to balance the off-road prowess, that off-road capability with that very smooth luxury feel on-road driving experience is pretty incredible. Very few manufacturers can actually balance those two things. So I think Lexus is going to get it right for sure. So the design in and out, love it. Amazing visibility, modern off-road capabilities, as you'd imagine, throughout it. A lot of off-roading technologies within it, integrated within it. And really, in my opinion, in my biased opinion, I do think it does have a very timeless appeal. So when even you look at the side silhouette or the side profile of the vehicle, it does kind of scream Land Cruiser. And I love that. I absolutely love all the body lines. I think they knocked it out of the park when it comes to the design. And I've sat in one before, and having sat in it, it really does feel super comfortable. And everything around you is catered to the driver and improving that driving experience. You can just tell. The fit and finish of everything feels very Lexus, which you would expect, of course, being a Lexus, but it just feels very premium all throughout. And you feel like it's going to age well. Again, unlike most domestic vehicles, the products within it, used within it, are going to age well. They're not going to crease, crack and fold, whatever. The Toyota and Lexus tend to do a pretty good job at making vehicles that actually last, and on the interior as a driving point. The final thing I'll throw out in this video is kind of recapping with the whole pride piece. They didn't rush the GX. They even postponed it not postponed it, but made the process go on a little bit longer because they reattacked on their entire platform to make it maximize that rigidity within the entire frame and body of the vehicle. They have the demonstrated commitment to making this perfect. And let me tell you just a real quick personal story. So when I went to Destination Outdoor last year, so Toyota was gracious enough to invite me out there to join some of the Toyota reps and photographers and a few other really cool influencers, social media influencers. We got to drive some of the new, at that time, 2023 models like the Tundra, the Sequoia, the Tacoma, of course, 4Runner, as well as the LX600s. They had a couple of them out there too. So we got to go out there and test drive a little bit. They also brought out a few representatives from Lexus corporate. So they flew out from Japan, not to really get anything tangible out of their trip out here. They didn't really have any formal speaking bits or anything, formal engagements really. They came out here really just to camp. The camp with a lot of us Americans who were just out there geeking out about overlanding rigs and all of our built Tacomas, 4Runners and whatnot. We're out there camping for a few days for Destination Outdoor. And a few of these Lexus reps were just out there hanging out with us. The only takeaway they really wanted was to try to get a better understanding and grasp and feel of overlanding culture. That's why they came out. Can you imagine flying all the way around the world just to, get a feel for overlanding culture? Because, in Japan, it is kind of a little bit more of a delicacy, for lack of better terms. I mean, very few people overland for recreation, right? So, very few people in Japan actually build up their vehicles and go out into the wilderness. And, it's kind of like for the super rich over there is how it's described to me. But over here, kind of everybody does it, right? So it's more of an American thing for sure. I know the Aussies do it and they love it, but we've adopted it hardcore in this last 5 to 10 years, right? So they came out here and really just to get a feel for what it's like. And what are they doing? They're understanding their target audience. They came out and they really took that effort and time to truly get to know Americans and see what fuels us, what inspires us, and what we really enjoy and love about these vehicles that we build up. So just seeing that firsthand and witnessing and speaking to them and just seeing their genuine interest in American overlanding culture was pretty cool to see and witness firsthand and talk to them. So seeing that hand in hand with the videos that they're putting out on the GX, I can honestly say with full confidence that this GX550 is going to be incredible. And I'm super excited to see it, to drive one around, I should say. I've seen it in person, but I'm excited to drive it, get behind the wheel, and really see what it's all about. So hopefully you're excited as I am. Will I trade my Lexus LX600 F Sport for one? I don't know. Time will tell. So let me know what you think. Should I do that? Appreciate you watching as always. Till next time.